Hey everyone, welcome to this quick tutorial on how to generate your 1098 tax forms using MDS Explorer. Today we're going to get started simply by going to the main menu bar, Annual Tasks, and clicking on Rent Management 1098 Processing. If you don't have that option, by the way, it could be related to your permissions, so contact your system administrator about that. When you click on the program, you're going to get this pop-up warning. It's just ask you to verify that you're running the latest version of MDS Explorer that has any changes that may be required. So check up with your system administrator or contact the MDS support team. They'll be able to assist you. I'm going to click OK. So printing your 1098 information is the first thing that we're going to do. We're going to select this option, print 1098 information. This will be a report that will allow you to confirm the information that's going to print before you print your forms. We're going to start off by selecting the building. I'm going to select building 127, which is my building in my demo that I use. You're going to put in the 2-digit year that you're processing. So I'm processing 2024. Here we have an opportunity to update the total number of shares if that's something we need to do. Also put in the mortgage origination date, any number of mortgage properties, and the refinancing closing date if there is one. In the lower section, we have a place where we're going to put in the annualized totals of the interest real estate taxes paid. So in this case, we're going to say that we paid $45,500. The real estate taxes went up to $79,000 this year. And then the outstanding mortgage principal hopefully went down. Let's do $860. Okay. There are some options in here. Do not populate the outstanding mortgage principal in this report, as well as treat all tenants in the building as owners, even if they do not have an acquisition date. These are odd scenarios, but if they make sense to you, feel free to select these options and run the program with those options throughout the entire program. So the last thing I'll note is that I am running the report to only show the last 4 digits of the Social Security number as well. If I want the full thing, you can just uncheck it, obviously. So now I'm going to click print this building. It's going to print a generate a report for me. I'm going to be able to use this report to confirm the information that's going to print before actually printing the forms. The most important thing in this report is that at the bottom left-hand corner, you verified that the shares left are 0, meaning all shares have been allocated to your owners, as well as the interest deduction and the real estate tax deduction. You want to get those numbers as close to 0 as possible, meaning that everything has been allocated to some owner. Okay, so these are good numbers. If not, you're going to see if there are 300 shares left. That means that there's probably a unit missing for whatever reason. You're going to have to do some investigation. Go fix it, rerun this program to make sure that everything looks good before continuing on. So you can print the report by clicking print right over here in the top left-hand corner. I'm going to close out of here now and cancel out of here. So now that I reviewed my report and I'm ready to print my forms, I'm going to click on print forms. First thing we're going to do is start off by selecting the building 127 in my case. Put in the last 2 digits of the year that we're processing. There's a whole bunch of options in here. The ones I'm going to really call the attention to is this box over here called optional description for box 10. This is typically where the real estate taxes are reported. So a lot of people like to put in RE tax or taxes paid, something along those lines. This description will print on the form. Also, I only want mine to print with the last 4 digits of the Social Security number, so that's why that is checked off. If you haven't done this in the past, you're going to have a blank field for the 1096, so you're going to make sure that you want to put that information. Who's the contact info for the IRS if they have to contact you here for any questions. Once that's done, the last thing that I'll point out is this print image of the form, copy B behind the text. A few years ago, the IRS okayed that software companies can now print the actual tax form from their programs. So we've incorporated that into MDS. So I'm going to check that off and I'm going to click on print this building. I have the co-op resale system enabled in my demo. You guys most likely don't. So I'm going to click yes. You probably won't even see that pop-up message. This other pop-up message pertains to copy A of the tax form. That's the one that goes to the IRS. It's simply just saying make sure that you don't mask the Social Security numbers. I'm going to click OK to continue processing. All right, so these are my 1098 forms that I can print right from here by clicking the print option, top left-hand corner, to mail out to your owners. There are 11 pages and there are 2 forms per page. When you close out, the system will prompt you to load up your 1096 form onto your printer and click OK. then it'll generate the information for that form. The 1096 form does have to print on official paper, so you do have to purchase that form if you are submitting the information to the IRS on paper, and then print this information right on it. All right. So some clients don't print the forms and they use a substitute letter. That's the option right below it. So this is an option for you. It's the same settings here that you're basically going to enter in: the building, the year you're processing, everything else. I'm going to leave blank, and I'm going to click on print this building. Again, you don't have to worry about this co-op resale system or this pop-up message here. All right, and here is the tax letter to your residence. I'm going to make it so you can see two at a time. It has their name, their social security number if it exists in your system. Notice that for this person on the left-hand corner, we have all X's. That means we don't have their social security on file. But for the one on our right, for Stephen Colbert, we do have it. As you can see, the last 4 digits are there. Towards the bottom, we have the interest paid and the property taxes paid allocated to this owner. You can print these letters from here as well. Okay. Once you print those letters, you're done. But if you're going to electronically file this to the IRS, you can use MDS to create a magnetic media file, which is right down here. The magnetic media file will have all the information that prints on those forms just ready to be uploaded to the IRS. So I'm going to select my building. I'm going to put in the year that I'm processing, 2024. Code. This is a code provided by the IRS so that they know who it is, that it's you. The contact info. And you get to select options, the same options that you had in prior windows when generating the forms you have here. So optional status code to exclude people. If you want to use garden department addresses, if you want to change the description of the header format, this is very out of the ordinary. So most likely everything just stays the same for you. But once you reviewed all these options, all you need to do is click on Run for IRS if you're going to upload this to the IRS, or Run for GSB if you are sending this file to GSB so they can print and mail these things out for you. So I'm going to click on Run for IRS. Going to get a little pop-up. Make sure you read it. Click OK. Before I do that, you're actually supposed to select the location where the file is going to be saved to. So I'm going to save it to my desktop. And now I'm going to click Run for IRS. And as you can see, the file was created and it's now in my desktop. So if I click OK, I can minimize this thing and I'll find my file right over here. It's called IRS tax. So this file can be uploaded to the IRS's FIRE system. If you have any questions about the process within the MDS Explorer system, give our support team a call. We'll be able to assist. Thank you.